if it gets to be a problem.
Whoops.
Okay, so we're now recording. So it
That's him.
is Sunday morning in San Juan County, and on Sunday mornings, we have our Fellowship of Spirit Zoom meeting, and it is the 3rd of March. The year seems to be marching right along, almost racing, I think. It seems like, here we are in the 3rd month already. Yesterday was New Year's. So anyway, we're just really happy that you are with us and hope that you will enjoy our program today. We have, we'll need someone to do an opening prayer. Anyone want to volunteer on Zoom? Susan had to leave. She's been doing our opening prayer. If not, I'll do it. So that's not a problem. Okay, we will find that out. And Shay Johnson is going to be doing our music. Is that correct?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to get you one.
Yeah, I don't have a schedule. I'm just doing this out off the top of my head. No, she's got one. She's got it. Yeah, and the sanctuary is filling up. We kind of got things set up for our potluck out in the vestibule, and so it's really good. Today's the 3rd of March. It's sort of cloudy, but it's not too cold today. I think it's probably in the 50s by now, so that's pretty good. And we have, I'm going to be doing the spiritual reading, and Mark Wolf is going to give us our main message today. So we're happy that you're here. And so we're going to go right along. Are there any announcements, Jerry?
I don't think so.
No preliminary announcements?
Well, no, there isn't.
Okay, we do announcements at the beginning and the end. We want everybody to know what's going on. But the only thing major that I know about that has changed is that our Course in Miracles is now going to be on Monday morning at 6:30, not in the evening, in the morning, 6:30 on Monday mornings. So, Jay, are you ready with your prelude? Oh My Children by Sarah Thompson.
Yeah, this is kind of a Sarah Thompson day. I pulled her CD out of my collection and listened to it last week, and I was like, we're going to do Sarah Thompson something. So, oh my children, come to me. Oh my children, come to me. Oh my children, children, oh children, children, come to me, come to me, come to me, and I will hold you. Come to me, I will hold you. Come to me, I will hold you, hold you, hold you, hold you. Come to me, come to me, come to me. And will you hold me? Come to me. Will you hold me? Come to me. Will you hold me? Hold me, oh, hold me. Hold me. Come to me, come to me, come to me.
All right, thank you. Beautiful, beautiful. You have such a beautiful voice. It is so clear and distinct, and we appreciate it that you're able to come and share it with us. So thank you very much. And so our opening prayer. Susan had to go tend to some other business. She was with us most of the time in our book study this morning, but she had to leave. So So I'll do the opening prayer and we'll let Bill Clark give us our closing message. How's it? Father, Mother God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for fellowship of spirit, this thing that you have helped us to establish so that we can come together and to learn all about the world, about the universe, about God and about each other, and that we can learn to love each other better. And we thank you for that. We thank you for the day. We thank you for this world. We thank you for everything that we have, everything that we do, and everything that we see. Ears, taste, and smell is all because of you. Help us to have clear messages that will be of immense value to each and every one of us. Amen. Namaste. All right. Okay. So now we have another song. God bless the grace.
Grass.
Oh, the grass. I'm sorry.
Grass.
I should have put on my glasses.
Grass today. Okay.
It's not for a pot dispensary, is it?
No.
It's not an anthem, it's for a pot dispensary.
Okay. God bless the grass that grows through the cracks. They roll the concrete over it and try to keep it back. The concrete gets tired, what it has to do. It breaks and it buckles and the grass grows through. And God bless the grass. God bless the truth that fights toward the sun. They roll the lies over it and think that it is done. Moves through the ground, reaches for the air, and after a while, it's growing everywhere. And God bless the grass. God bless the grass that grows through cement. It's green and it's tender and it's easily bent. After a while, lifts up its head, for the grass is living and the cement is dead. And God bless the grass. God bless the grass that's gentle and low. Its roots they're deep and its will is to grow. And God bless the truth, a friend of the poor, and the wild grass growing at the poor one's door. And God bless the grass.
Cute, cute. I love it. Yeah, thank you, Shay. Oh. All right. So now we're going to do our reflection moment. Love produces a flow of energy that I now feel. I love others more than ever, and I feel privileged to be here. Love flows from one person to another as we create an atmosphere of holiness. And so it is. Given to us by our beloved and departed Ms. Jones. Okay, so I don't know, I always forget to introduce myself because, you know, I'm making this recording not for us, but for people who don't know us or who might tune into our YouTube channel. So I'm Ron Holloway and I'll be the moderator for today. Okay, Emmett Fox is who I'm reading from, and he has it's around the year with Emmett Fox, and he has every day a rating. So this is today. There is nothing in the universe you cannot do or be if you are mentally ready. People speak of golden opportunities, but what we call opportunity is really our own mental readiness. Napoleon said, opportunities, I make opportunities. And while this would be merely a vainglorious boast for one who is not on a spiritual basis, yet when you do understand the truth of being is simply a statement of fact. The Romans could have had the telephone. The Greeks could have had the cinema. The Babylonians could have had the automobile, but they had they been mentally ready. The laws of nature were the same in those ages as they are now in ours. The same materials were in the ground, but the minds of the ancients were not ready for those things, and so they had to go without them. Simply, the necessary mental condition and the demand, the opportunity or the occasion will present itself automatically. Whenever you are ready, you will find that everything else is ready too. Take ye heed, watch and pray, for you know not when the time is. That's Mark 13:33. Okay. So get ready mentally. All right, so you ready for the next song? Turning of the World.
Let us sing this song for the turning of the world, that we may turn as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning. Let us sing this song for the loving of the world, that we may love as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving. Let us sing this song for the healing of the world, that we may heal as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our healing. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our healing. Let us sing this song for the dreaming of the world, that we may dream as one. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our dreaming. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along. With every voice, with every song, we will move this world along, and our lives will feel the echo of our dreaming, and our lives will feel the echo of our healing, and our lives will feel the echo of our loving, and our lives will feel the echo of our turning.
All right. Thank you, Shay. And today to bring us our messages, our brother Mark Wolf from Northern Kentucky. He is a favorite of ours. We have about 4 or 5 people that are going through our rotation now of speakers, and Mark as always wants to do the first Sunday of the month, and we're delighted to have him, and we're just anxiously waiting for his message because he always brings us good stuff. So let us welcome Mark Wolf.
Yay!
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
You know, as always, I'm happy to be here with all of you, and thank you for allowing me to be your speaker once again. I don't know if there's even any point in my speaking this morning because Shay has already given the Sunday message for you. Okay, those songs, that was the Sunday message. So anyway, Actually, I'm excited to share this material with you first, but last month I said how much I like the month of February. Because after the cold and dark days of January just go on and on, then February is over in a flash, and it's March. And spring begins in March. More important than that, it's my birthday. Actually later this week, since you asked. But anyway, listen, I don't understand why birthdays seem to come around about every 3 months. Like, boom, it's another birthday. Didn't we just do that? Why are we doing that again so soon? Seriously. But listen, as my birthday started getting closer and closer, I started to reflect on my journey. As Jacob said, the days of my pilgrimage. And as I started to think about it, a question popped into my mind. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? A question to ponder when birthdays start to come around about every 3 months. I have to tell you this. I remember the first time I ever asked that question. It was 1963. And my daughter says, "Do you remember 1963? And I said, "Sweetie, I don't remember why I came in the room, but 1963 was yesterday." I was 5 years old. And it was the first time that I was old enough to remember going to my grandparents' home. Now, as I've told you before, my grandparents and my uncle lived in a tiny coal mining town called Carbon Hill. And Carbon Hill was located in the Appalachian foothills of Northwest Alabama in Walker County, halfway between Birmingham and the Mississippi state line. Now, my grandparents were townies. Okay, they were townies. They lived in town. And they had modern conveniences. They heated their home with burning coal. And they got electricity. And they had cold running water in the kitchen. The pump was still on the side porch, but they had cold running water in the kitchen, townies. And so anyway, we would load up that 1960 Chevrolet Impala and set out on a 6 to 7 hour drive. Now, it was not that far, but because of my mother's anxiety, we had to use the back roads and the country roads in order to avoid the cities and towns, most especially Birmingham, because that would trigger a severe panic attack for my mother. Now, I have to tell you, the car was huge. It was huge. Just the trunk, just the trunk on that car would have accommodated a small orchestra and a dance floor. It was huge. The car had no air conditioning, and it certainly had no seat belts. We could not listen to the radio, but it had trunk space from here to there. So after 4 or 5 hours in the car, and I was 5 years old, here would come the inevitable question. Are we there yet? No. Okay. Are we there yet? No, sweetie, we're not there yet. Okay. Are we there yet? Then my next older brother, Rob, would get annoyed. And he would say, "Do you see us getting out of the car? When we are in front of their house and the car is parked, we're getting out of the car, then we're there." Okay. Are we there yet? And then my mother said, "Sweetie, you don't have to ask. You can see for yourself. Now, do you see those mountains way up ahead?" And I said, "The purple ones?" Because in the late afternoon sunshine, they looked purple to me. And she said, yes, sweetie, the purple ones. Do you see the purple mountains? Well, that's where grandmother's house is. And so you watch. And when we get to the purple mountains, then we're there. Okay. Are we there yet? They say, whoever they are, they say that I'm going to be 66 years old. But all I know is that those purple mountains seem a lot closer than they used to. 66 years, that's like 2/3 of a century. Can you believe that? But listen, in 66 years, there's something very important that I have learned. And it's really amazing, and it's really important, and it's astoundingly simple. It's a great secret hidden in plain sight. And so, okay, so here it is. Everything has consciousness. All right? Everything has consciousness because, just like Shay said, everything is consciousness. Now, do you get that? Everything is consciousness. Everything we see around us and experience around us, it is mind stuff. It's mind projecting itself and becoming reality. Now, does that mean it's not real? No. The things that we see and experience are perfectly real to us, but they are consciousness. Just like in a dream, the things that we see and experience in the dream are real to us while we're dreaming. Speaking of dreaming, one of those amazing statements in the Bible is a statement that's not even there. And this is something that Randy Barnes pointed out to me about almost 30 years ago in the book of Genesis. I love Genesis. Chapter 3 and verse 21, it says, the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, and he slept. Okay? So, and he slept. I mean, what's that? That's redundant. Because wouldn't it be enough to say, the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall on Adam, period? Why does it have to say, and he slept? Well, here's the reason. Is because there is no statement anywhere in the Bible indicating that Adam ever woke up. Right? Right? And Adam is a code word meaning all of us together. And all of us together are still asleep. And so what we experience around us and we see around us is our collective dreaming mind. It is consciousness in motion. It is consciousness experiencing itself. So what I see and experience is my consciousness, and all we can ever experience is our consciousness just projecting itself, or our own consciousness as it interacts with the consciousness of other people who are sharing the dream with us. I had heard this. I had read this. I had studied this for decades. This is Emerson, okay? Middle 19th century. This is Emerson. And then one day I got it. And I said, oh, it's true. It's all consciousness. It's all consciousness, and everything has consciousness. Everything has awareness. And I just, oh, of course. And it made sense. I got it. Now, how do we know? How do we know that? All right, well, how do we know that everything has awareness? Well, we read about this in the story of the great rabbi from Nazareth. It's Luke chapter 19, and here's the story. He's entering Jerusalem to celebrate the Passover, and this huge crowd has come out to welcome him. The crowd has assumed that he's coming to Jerusalem to be crowned king. And so they're shouting, "Blessed is the king who comes in the name of the Lord." And then some of the religious leaders, or the respected religious leaders, came out and says, "Rabbi, tell your followers to be quiet." And he answered them in an astonishing way. It's Luke chapter 19, verse 40. He said, "I tell you that if these were to be quiet, the very stones would immediately cry out." In other words, even the rocks and stones under our feet, the dirt that we walk on, has enough awareness to know what's going on. Everything has consciousness because everything is consciousness. Andrew Lloyd Webber and Tim Rice paraphrased that in Jesus Christ Superstar. They said, the rocks and stones themselves would start to sing. But this is not a new idea, actually. The rabbi was simply paraphrasing a statement from the Old Testament. Okay, we find this in the very short book of the prophet Habakkuk. I think that's how we say it in English, Habakkuk. Chapter 2, verse 11 says, "The stone will cry out from the wall, and the beam from the timbers will answer it." In other words, paraphrasing it again, the plaster in the walls will call out, and the roof trusses will answer. Because consciousness is real. Okay, as I've said before, not just pretty words, not just a good thought, not a positive idea, positive affirmation. It's real. It's a real power. So if it's a real power, let's take it a step further. All right, Let's take it a step further, because it's too easy to say, it's too easy to step back and say, oh, well, yeah, okay, well, everything has consciousness. Well, what else you got? You know, heard all that before. But listen, I'll tell you what else is new. I'll tell you, everything that we see and experience in our world is our own consciousness. When we realize that, something very interesting happens. And that's where we're going today. It knocked me over when I first really got it. So it's all consciousness, right? It's all my consciousness projected into the physical world for me to see and experience, share, and to heal. Now, who's the boss of my consciousness? Who is the boss of my consciousness? This is incredibly important. Who is the boss of my consciousness? I am. Okay? I am the boss of my consciousness. Within my own mind, within my own awareness, I'm the boss. I am the boss of my consciousness. You know, the other day, my daughter came and found me. She wanted to ask me something. And now at the moment, I was very busy. I had something I had to finish. It was a very tight time frame in which it had to be finished. I was very focused on it. And she came and asked me something. And obviously, without meaning to, my answer was a little abrupt. And she said, "Oh, sorry, Dad, I didn't know you were in a bad mood." And I said, "Oh, sweetie, I'm not in a bad mood. I'm in a rush. And I have to get this done. And I am feeling some stress, but how I feel does not determine my mood. I'm in a perfectly good mood. I'm just in a hurry. How I feel does not determine my mood. I determine my mood." And she was so surprised by that statement. But it's all consciousness. And I'm the boss of my consciousness. Therefore, how I feel does not determine my mood. I'm the boss and I determine my mood. Moods are not the boss. I am. What this means is that we have a choice. Isn't it nice to have a choice?
Yeah.
No, we have a choice between two possibilities, between two parallel realities. In the first reality, we can say that, yes, it's all consciousness. Everything is occurring. Everything that I experience and perceive is occurring within my own consciousness, and I'm the boss of my consciousness. So perhaps this happened, or this happened, or that over there happened, but I choose how I feel. I choose how I respond because I'm the boss. I'm the boss within my own consciousness, and I decide how I feel. And I decide what mood I want to experience. I decide, and I choose. Okay? Not that stuff out there. Okay? Not that stuff out there. And what an incredibly powerful affirmation that is. I mean, seriously, because when things out there and stuff over there try to tell me how I am supposed to feel, when it tries to tell you how you're supposed to feel, then you pull back and affirm, I choose how I feel. Okay? I decide how to respond because it's all consciousness and I'm the boss of consciousness. And when people out there, people, it's all great until people get involved, People like family members and coworkers and supervisors, people, and they're busy clowning around and they're busy pressing your reaction button as hard as they can, trying to decide how you're supposed to feel, trying to decide how you're supposed to react. Well, what a gift. What an amazing gift, because they're offering us the opportunity to become the boss within our own consciousness. If they were nice all the time, we'd never have the opportunity to come to power within ourselves. We would never have the opportunity to come to power over ourselves. All this would just be an idea, pretty words, a good thought, but nothing more. Now, it's a practice. Okay, this is not something that just happens on its own with no effort or desire on our part. I'm the boss of my consciousness. All right, that's a process. And the stuff out there does not decide how I feel. I decide. And getting there is a process. And in time, we get to a place where we're filled with peace. We're filled with peace. We're filled with compassion. We're filled with love. Because as the stuff out there has less and less power over us in here. And then if we ask the question, are we there yet? In that moment, the answer is yes. Right? Because each time we choose to be filled with joy, when the world says we should be afraid, then in that moment, yes, we're there. And each time we choose to be filled with peace or with compassion, when the world out there says we need to be angry or outraged, then yes, in that moment, we're there. Why? Because being within our power and being connected to our light and being experiencing our divinity, connecting to love, connecting to the wholeness that's within us is what we came here to accomplish. So in that moment, yes, we're there. That is one reality, that one possibility that's open to us. The other reality is one in which we have no control. Stuff out there decides how we feel. It's just that stuff decides who we are and what we need to do. Okay? And this is very common. We see this all the time, because I'm angry because of the way they vote. I'm angry because of the way they pray. They don't pray the way I do, which is the correct way. And I'm angry because I'm outraged, actually, because those people got married. And they shouldn't do that. And their skin color, their accent, or where they came from, or their music makes me crazy. Not to mention the crazy hair. You know, I'm outraged. That's very common, but that leaves us helpless victims. Helpless victims, because they're deciding how we feel. They're deciding what we need to do. They're deciding what kind of mood we're supposed to be in. They're deciding for us, and we're simply reacting. They're pulling the strings, and we're doing the dance. Helpless victims. Reacting to them because they're in control, and they're deciding. That is an entire reality that is out of control, but is very common. And I believe that is what A Course in Miracles is referring to when it talks about insanity. Now, sometimes it is okay to be angry. All right. Sometimes it is appropriate to say, we're done here. No more. We're finished. That's it. And perhaps sometimes we need to carry signs and march in a protest. But when we go that way, it's because we made the choice that was right for us. Not because somebody out there said that's the way we should feel and that's how we should react. You know, the idea that is most often repeated throughout the book, well, certainly repeated throughout the Old Testament, if not the entire Bible, is this. It says over and over again and over, do not have gods other than me. Okay. Don't carve a piece of wood and call it God. Don't make gods out of silver and gold and fall down and worship them. Don't make something and then pray to it and call it God. Just don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, and we encounter this idea again and again and again, but the idea behind it is very simple. Okay, the idea behind it is simply don't allow things out there to determine how you feel and who you are. External things or objects have no power until we give it to them. Once we give it to them, once we give power to them, they have that power over us. Okay? Because when we give power to them, they become gods, because now they have power over us. So don't allow things out there to have power over you. You have power over you. And then you connect to God within you. And then, in that moment at least, you're there. I choose peace. I choose joy. I choose compassion, and I choose strength. And that stuff out there does not choose for me. Not anymore. See, making that, listen, making that kind of choice connects us to the God that we do not see. And then that gives us power over the things we do see. Because it's all consciousness. And I'm the boss of consciousness. And if not now, okay, then I'm getting there. And the things and the people and the stuff and the world that appears out there, it's all helping me. All of it's my teacher, and it's all helping me to be there and to get there by giving me the chance to practice and find myself and find my power and connect to my power. And when I get still and quiet, I'm actually very grateful for all of it. I really am. And nothing was ever hurt. And there's really nothing to forgive. It was all a play of consciousness. And then we know with certainty that we are surrounded by the light of our soul. It is the power of God, and it is the power of miracles. Oh, speaking of miracles, okay. Of course, the miracle says that all human behavior is either love or a call for help. Marianne Williamson, try that again. Marianne Williamson. Okay. Marianne Williamson said that everything is either love or a cry for help. These are amazing statements. These are incredible insights into this human condition. It's either love or it's a cry for help and a call for love. Now, what are we going to do with those amazing statements? Are they just pretty words? Or can we transform those statements from being just pretty words into a force for good? All right? A force of healing and the power of miracles. See, if a person is sending out a cry for love and a call for help, well, okay, well, what are we supposed to do? You know, because if you go up to that person and say, oh, you're just crying out for love and calling for help, here, let me love you. Okay, you're probably going to get punched in the nose. Okay, don't do that. Don't approach it that way. Seriously, right? So what are we supposed to do? Well, it seems to me that, again, we have two choices. So if someone has acted in an unloving way, we can do one of two things. The first thing we can do is make ourselves feel better, you know, say, wow, that was a call for love. That was obviously a call for help. And I'm okay because they were just calling for love. Okay, we can console ourselves, you know, and make ourselves feel better because they were calling for love, you know, and we're so much wiser than they are because they were crying out for help, and we're okay. You know, we can do that. But the second choice is we can answer that call. They called for help. They cry for love. We can answer that. We can do that right now. We could give them the help, love that they're crying out for. How do we do that? Well, we have to know that it's all consciousness. Okay? Everything is consciousness and everything has awareness. Therefore, everything is connected. And so a change in our consciousness will change that person by answering their call and hearing their cry. All right? You just look at that person. Just look at that person and say within yourself, I see your light. And I see the strength of your beauty. Okay? I see your light. And I see the strength of your beauty. Okay? Just that simple. Just that simple. And if it's a family member or it's a coworker or supervisor, as I said, you know, you just say that within yourself every time you see them. I see your light and I see the strength of your beauty. Then watch them change. All right? It may be gradual, but don't be surprised if it's very sudden. Because when they're crying for help, what they're really saying is, help, someone, please see my soul. Please see my soul because I cannot see it for myself right now. That's why I'm acting out. Please, somebody, see my soul. And then you become a healer. You become a maker of miracles because you know that everything is consciousness. Everything has awareness, even the rocks and stones and the dirt that we walk on. It's all consciousness, and we are the boss of consciousness. The power of miracles is where it's always been, right here within us. And when we're the boss of our own consciousness and realize that getting there is a process, but then and people and things out there no longer decide how we feel and what our mood is supposed to be, because we decide because we're the boss within our own mind. And every time we decide for ourselves, this is how I'm going to feel, we're there. We've arrived. Okay. Are we there yet? In that moment, in that situation? Yes, we're there. We bring miracles. We bring miracles of love. We bring miracles of help and elevation and connection. And in that moment, we're there and we've arrived, because that's what the journey is all about. I see your light. I see the strength of your beauty. And doing that in so small little ways every day, then the light that we bring will take all of the human race toward peace and healing. Adam will have awakened. We'll arrive at those purple mountains, which are really a lot closer than we think. All right, Ron, back to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark. Okay, who wants to talk to Mark first? Come on up.
Mark, you
Hey,
never
Steve.
cease to inspire. And with that, I'm speechless. Thank you so much.
Mark, your talk exactly fits my situation at the present time, and it was such a help. And thank you, but I also want to say happy, happy, happy birthday this week.
Thank you,
And
Marion.
I think we're going to have a great 66th year.
I think so too. Thank you.
Good morning.
Hi, Jerry.
I want to thank you so much for reminding me that it's how we respond to people. Like you said, we can't go up and say, I love you or anything like that, but we can think those thoughts. We can think to the higher power to bless those people. And I've had that occasion in my life several times in the last several weeks. And it's so nice to have you help me put into words or help me put into my own mind what I want to think and how I want to respond when people do act out in one way or another. And I always like any reference to Course in Miracles, but just helping me to understand in my own mind what I feel. And it is my choice for me personally, and it's helpful to be able to help other people make that choice too, how they want to respond. So some very key phrases in there that I have already memorized. So thank you very much. You're always a blessing to us. I love you. And happy birthday.
Thank you. And yes, it's just like Shay said. I said she gave the message. God bless the grass, tender and easily bent, and it grows through the concrete.
Amen. Now, you know, I have a T-shirt that says, I resist control and I choose peace. And that's kind of the way that I try to approach life, is that I want to be the person that decides how I feel, how I interact, how I respond to the world, because that's what affects me the most, and how I affect the world also. It's a two-way street. Thank you very much, Mark. We love you. We wish you were here to break bread with us here in a little while.
Yeah, me too.
But maybe this summer you can take a trip out here or something, and we can actually see you and give you a hug and greet you properly. So thank you again, Mark.
Welcome.
Do you mind if I add something?
No, go ahead.
Thank you, Mark. I appreciate it. I'm a family advocate in our community
Uh-huh,
with families.
uh-huh.
And so, yeah, there are situations where I walk out of meetings and I'm like, okay, this meeting wasn't about me. Don't take it personal. It was for the family that's sitting next to me. And so that actually happened to me on Friday. And so didn't appreciate the professionalism of the other person in the room. But I was like, okay, this isn't about me. Let's help out this family. And I got to keep all my comments to myself and really just praising and recognizing the family's courage to stand up for themselves without me adding in like my thoughts on the situation. So yeah, thank you. So that's how it resonated with me. It was like, you get to control how you feel. And for myself, I got to think about the people I represent, that I have to kind of maintain that as well.
Yes, they bring you an extraordinary spiritual teaching.
Yes, they do. Thank you. And happy birthday.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Carol's coming. Carol is
When we throw a pebble in the pond, the circles of energy go out. And you threw a pebble in the pond today.
Thank you, Mark. That was so great, and it's something I needed too. And my grandson and I, we've just been talking about a lot of this.
Oh, okay.
Sleeping, that we're the conscious, yeah. And that was my daughter you just talked to.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Our older one, and her daughter's birthday is today.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So yeah, thank you. You're always a blessing, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Okay, love you. Come and visit, please.
I want to do that.
Yeah,
Need a road trip.
there you go. And you can be here yet. Come on over.
Right. We there.
All
you go.
right. Well, thank you very much, Mark, and happy birthday to you from all of us. We wish you a celebration of a year past and the hope of a wonderful year going forward. We thank you so much. Take care.
Will do.
Okay, so we're ready for our next song.
Kind of a benediction. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way home. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way home. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way home. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way home. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure, pure light that's within you guide your way home.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shay. Thank you. Every song you did today was absolutely gorgeous, and we thank you. Oh. Yes, absolutely. So could you get our offering plate, Steve, please? We're gonna have our celebration of abundance. So let us hold over our heart that which we intend to contribute, and repeat after me. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive through infinity. I am prosperous. I'll take this time to remind everyone that our Course in Miracles on Wednesday night is not a thing anymore. We are going, their meeting, Course in Miracles is meeting at 6:30 in the morning on Monday mornings. So if you were able to get here by Zoom today, you use the same link to hook up to the Course in Miracles on Monday morning. And you'll be delighted as to the energy it will give you to start your day and to set the tone for your week. And you'll have the words and the grace that you will need and to add to your life and how you're going to interact with people. That's what Course in Miracles is all about. Relationship. It's all about relationships to God, to ourselves, and to the world, and helps us and teaches us what is healthy and what is not healthy. Okay, so we're just kind of waiting here. Our children are on their way. Come on up, kids. Okay, go sit over there. Over there. So, okay, grab this microphone. These are our children.
So today we made bracelets.
I just hold it up like that.
Hold them up and show me bracelets.
Uh-huh.
Right.
Yeah, all right. Are they friendship bracelets or what kind of bracelets are they? You don't know. They're just pretty bracelets.
So today we picked some inspirational quotes for you guys to read. For us to read to you guys. And I picked never, never, never give up. I picked big journeys begin with small steps. And mine's a little long, but it's time to let go. It's time to let God know that you don't want control. You want to seek Him with your soul. It's time to erase the fear and wipe up the rolling tear. It's time to be grateful to say, God, thank you. It's time to dismiss anxiety and stop pleasing society. Seek the unseen now and forever to enjoy the eternal whenever, wherever. It's time to become a new creation and make Christ your inner foundation with a heart of flesh and not of stone, knowing that you're His own.
Thank you. All right, is that it? Thank you, kids. Looks like you had a really productive day today. You made some beautiful bracelets and you also learned some wisdom, and that's sound like a full boy all in an hour, and that's great. Thank you to our teacher that takes care of our children. So, okay.
And I can do closing prayer.
Okay, come on up. So Bill is resting.
Bill is getting food.
He's getting food. So he's gonna rest from our reading today, but you're gonna take over those duties. That's
He
great.
picked it. So,
And who are you?
oh, I'm sorry. I'm Bree.
This is Bree.
And this is off of the Nightly Book of Positive Quotations. And love lightens the burden. I see their souls and I hold them in my hands, and because I love them, they weigh nothing. We can be guarded when caring for others and helping them with their problems. What if their issues drain us? What if they take up a lot of time? When we reach out to others in compassion, we discover that the reaching out creates its own energy. Love provides its own time and resources. The other's burdens do not weigh us down when we let love carry the load. I won't be afraid of having compassion for others. I trust that love will fuel my actions.
Thank you,
It's
Marie.
quite in line with everything else.
I had Chinese food yesterday, and they gave me a fortune cookie and it said, it's not the plan that matters, but the planning. Intention is everything. So thank you. All right, so we're gonna circle up and sing our way out of here so that we can get to our food.
Are you coming in here, babe?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. We get so many, we can't even make a circle. We have to make an oval, don't we?
Want to spread out?
That's all right, it works.
The screen is up there.
Okay.
That's good. I got us on there.
Okay. Wow, look at this crowd.
Okay, lead us out, Fred.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Weave us together, weave us together in unity and love. Weave us together, weave us together in unity, and yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be, with God as our power, family all are we. So let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
May God bless you and keep you until we meet again. All right.
Hi, everybody. It was great
You were able to be with us today, and we hope that you will come back next week as we continue our spiritual journey,
Well, as Gail
sharing with
says,
each other. So
we're working on it.
God bless you, and I hope that your week is great too. Mark, Marion, we love you. And, happy
Love
birthday,
you right
Mark.
back.
And I'm going to stop recording now, but I'm not going to get off.
I enjoyed it today.
Hope to see y'all soon.